Before we get started with the podcast, let's just honor the land that we call home. I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the traditional territories of the people of the Treaty 7 region in southern Alberta, which includes the Blackfoot Confederacy, comprising the Siksika, Piikani, and Kainai First Nations, the Tsuut'ina First Nation, and the Stoney Nakoda, including the Chiniki, Bearspaw, and Wesley First Nations. The city of Calgary is also home to the Métis Nation of Alberta, Region 3.
Okay, well, do you guys want to start off with introducing ourselves?
Hello, everyone. I'm Akashdeep. I'm a third-year undergraduate student, and with the holiday season coming around, as an undergraduate student, I'm just so excited to be going on holidays after this. But getting out of the Calgary weather as well. Hopefully, I go on vacation. But um, I started off with same just for connecting with the South Asian community and also just for talking about mental health in the South Asian community in particular. It's it's still so stigmatized. So just, getting over that stigma is really important. So I hope to accomplish that with this podcast we have here. And um yeah, I just
Yeah, no, I
yeah.
I definitely agree with that. Like, even for me, I feel like mental health and like all these topics are such like, oh, I keep forgetting to introduce myself. My name is Divyanshi. I'm currently a third year undergrad student at the University of Calgary. And like Akashi mentioned, the reason why I also joined SAME is because I feel like mental health and like these topics around mental health are very tabooed in our culture, in our community. And I feel like by just us talking about it and by just mentioning these little words, we can normalize these conversations and we can like start actually solving these challenges that we face. And I feel like it's really important to just get started and like just talk about it, I guess.
Yeah, no, I agree with everything Divyanshi and Akashdeep said. And hi everyone, I'm Sragvi. My nickname is Sana, and I'm a first year student at the University of Calgary. Add on to what I said earlier, I agree with everything you guys said, and I believe that starting a podcast about this, about mental health in the South Asian community, it can just really help, like encourage other people or other youth to advocate for their own mental health and like maybe even give them some motivation to talk to their parents or like any other people they're close to about their mental health and their emotions. And honestly, even if it doesn't, that's okay because it is like you guys mentioned, it's a very difficult thing to talk about, especially in South Asian communities. It's not very common, it's not very popular, and it is often frowned upon. But just like spreading awareness and like informing people about like the significance of mental health, especially in communities like the South Asian communities, I feel like it can really just help.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. And we are missing a member today, but hopefully she'll be joining us for the next podcast. And I think like we all like mentioned, I feel like just talking about like mental health and like just starting the conversation up is really important. And I feel like same, the organization that we're part of does a really, really good job at this, at just talking about these topics and educating youth around these topics. Do you guys wanna give a little second and tell everyone what SAME does and what SAME is for?
Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead with that. SAME stands for South Asian Youth Mental Health, and it is basically an organization that brings together youth from different parts of South Asia, and first of all, teaches us just like the different aspects of mental health that we did not know. Because, like, for instance, you might be familiar with mental health and like you might have learned about it in health class, like anything like that, but of course there will be things that we aren't aware of that can help us like discuss it better, discuss it more appropriately with other members of our community. And same basically does is first of all it teaches us how to discuss mental health and all the important parts about mental health, and then it allows us an opportunity to go ahead and create our own projects raising awareness or like just bringing more attention to mental health in specific communities that could really use it.
Yeah, and for our little project, we ended up doing a podcast called Mental Masala. Akashi, do you want to talk a little more about what Mental Masala is?
So, mental masala, we're all about the masala. And masala is just, it's spices, Indian spices. And mental masala really, we chose that name because mental health in South Asian community is just so spicy. Indian life is so spicy. And mental masala just seemed to fit that perfectly because um, masala is such a big part of our life, and we wanted to resonate with the South Asian community in particular. So, mental masala was the name we chose to go with. And with this podcast, the four of us, we just hope to, highlight some specific issues within the South Asian community and just create a community and, foster a sense of belonging. That's all we're really here for.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I feel like, especially like in such a digital age, like a podcast is such a great way of like connecting with the community. And I feel like a lot of, especially the youth, I feel like a lot of youth listens to podcasts, hopefully. So I feel like it's a really great way of like showcasing like what we've learned and like we can actually teach it through this podcast. Going back to like just planning this podcast out, I'm pretty sure like I don't know about you guys, but I was looking for like a little bit research like around South Asia and like mental health and all of that. And like honestly, I personally could not find that many topics. Like I feel like there were a lot more there was a lot more research done around other ethnicities and mental health rather than like South Asian populations. Like I couldn't really like pinpoint like good articles about it. I feel like there is just like certainly like a lack of education and like research that's being done. What do you guys think? Especially Akashdeep, since you're like a little psychology major. What do you think?
I've done some psychology readings over the years, and I've definitely seen that. Um, Especially with most of the studies that are done as well, it's mostly Caucasian. The majority of the sample is Caucasian, and I've never really seen South Asian representation in many studies. But there are some few studies here and there that do talk about South Asians, and there was this one study where it was an article regarding Nepali women and how widowed women and divorced women in particular, they tend to have a higher rate of depression. But because there's so much stigma around that, they don't necessarily talk about that. And, that's what we're really here for. Just showing everyone that it's not necessarily a stigma to be a married or to be divorced or to be a widow, because there's just so much stigma around marriage in general. And as if being married is the biggest accomplishment we can have in our lives. And, there's just so much more to life. And just showing that is what we're really here for today.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. And I feel like since our community like stigmatizes so many little things, I feel like that's also another reason why like there isn't that much like research being done on mental health. I feel like since it's such a non-talked topic, I feel like that's why people like don't really want to approach it maybe. I don't, it's like not really heard of in the South Asian community. And I feel like a lot of other things about the South Asian community also affects like the research. I feel like the whole like collectivist society of us and then like other little aspects and like caveats that we have, I feel like they all kind of relate back to like why we have such a lack of like representation in like mental health and just all of that. What do you guys think?
Honestly, I have I don't have much to say because I feel like you guys like explained it all so well and like I completely agree with those ideas. Just to have my own tidbit, but I really do believe that yeah, mental health already in and of itself is not very well, it's not very mainstream. It's like a very neat not necessarily niche, but like people just don't talk about it on a daily basis as they would with other topics that can be researched. So and like especially in the South Asian community where it's very frowned upon, it's not even no one likes talking. No, well, we all really avoid talking about it, especially older generations. So it's like I feel like people who do conduct research tend to stray away from like South Asian communities since like they might not receive as like as many results as they would hope for because I feel like many individuals are in our community as well would like are so reluctant to talk about it like due to like the obviously the stigma surrounding it and like how others may perceive it.
I feel like the whole like what will other people think, that's like a big thing in like brown culture. I feel like that's also one of the reasons like we just don't talk about it because like what would other people think? The whole social standing and reputation comes into play, and I feel like talking about mental health apparently just ruins the social standing, and like they're just so scared of it. It's like they just want to hide it in like their house and like not let it out. It's like a little monster in the closet or something. What do you guys think?
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. Like the negative connotations surrounding mental health, only like further deepen like the difficulties people face with their own like emotional well-being and stuff like that. And like I honestly don't know how anyone expects it to like improve, how anyone expects their health to improve, their mental health to improve when they just like keep it all bottled up. And it's not even their fault because like our community has made it so difficult to just talk about one's emotions and one's like feelings without feeling like you're committing a crime. I I I genuinely don't understand why it's like so shameful to talk about it. It's everyone has emotions. You cannot deny that. Like they're normal and like oftentimes you can like never control it. Like I'm not I
Yeah,
it's like a health issue. I just don't get why it's so why it's perceived so negatively.
no, well, I was just wondering, like, do you guys talk about mental health and like other things to like your parents, with your parents ever? Have you guys ever had that conversation with like older generations in your family about mental health?
You know, it's definitely harder to have these conversations with the grandparents and everything, but with parents, I think it's getting easier because, you know, they've immigrated here, they're trying to adapt to the Canadian culture and everything, and they're saying that mental health is definitely an issue. And, you know, sometimes um, when we're talking about burnout and everything, it they resonate with that and they're like, yeah, I do experience burnout because of this and this, of my job and this and that. And yeah, I do need a vacation, you know, just recognizing these small little things like this is the first step towards recognizing that big mental health issues do exist. So just taking these baby steps is really important. And, you know, fostering those conversations again, you know, normalizing it, desensitizing them to it is really important.
I feel like with parents, it's definitely easier to have a conversation about mental health rather than like my grandparents. I live with my grandma, and I don't think I've ever had a conversation about mental health with my grandma. I don't think like I've told her like I'm really tired, I'm really stressed because of school, because of this, but I don't think I've like sat down and like told her about different things and like how I'm feeling and all that. Um, and I feel like that's it's a hard topic. And I feel like also another thing is, since like she doesn't speak English and my Hindi is a little broken, there's a lot of communication barrier. So, and like additionally, like even if like my Hindi's not broken, there's not that many specific words about mental health in Hindi or Punjabi, the ones that I speak at least. And I feel like there's a lack of communication there. I feel like even if I start talking about it to her, I don't think she would exactly understand what like depression means, what like anxiety means, what like, just little things mean. I feel like she wouldn't be able to understand it. So I feel like there's definitely a communication barrier there. Yeah. What about you?
Especially with the words, especially with the words too. It's like there's never one specific word. It's always a phrase. It's like I'm trying to recite a poem or something. Like, no, I'm not. I'm trying to, you know, say this specific mental issue, but it's like it's like a whole phrase.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, no,
Sorry,
that's
Sana, I interrupted you.
Sana, what do you think about it?
Oh, yeah, honestly, I feel like I'm really grateful to have a really positive experience with mental health with my parents because they're really understanding, especially when I'm super stressed, when I'm super tired, when I just don't want to talk at all because of how exhausting university was, like today especially. But they're like really understanding. They're like, yeah, it's okay. Just go sit down, go relax, go do whatever you want, and then you can talk to us later. And just they're always like super understanding and like they want to listen to how my day was. They ask me about how my day was, and it's like it's
That's
really sweet. And I'm super because like I go to my mom and I'm like whenever anything, even the most minor inconveniences, I just like go to her and like spill everything. It's like I just complain, and she listens and like she actually helps. Like it's not like, oh yeah, this happened. Okay, like then just get over it, just deal with it, like or just like provides a basic solution. It's like she actually listens and it's like she understands, and I really appreciate that. Like both of my parents, they listen and understand, and like I'm super grateful for that because I know many people are it's just like their parents or like their people they're close to, especially because of how mental health is regarded in this community. It's like they're very blunt. Like they don't really like I don't want to say they lack compassion or like lack empathy, but it's like they don't really know how to
respond back.
yeah, respond exactly. It's
You
yeah,
know
it's
what it is? It's like we don't know how to be affectionate. That's the
yeah.
problem. Because
Yeah.
I personally have that problem. Like I suck at all types of affection. So it's like whenever I try to care for anyone, it's just like me just trying to like be like they're there. You know, I like suck at affection with all types of affection. So it's like very hard to bring that up. So for parents to bring up that they care about their children's mental health and stuff, I think that also plays a big role in that.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. Like even for me, I feel like learning how to like show that I care is has been so hard. It's like it's definitely a process. Like I was so naive. Like I literally like don't know how to tell people that like, oh yeah, I'm here, I care. But like I feel like I've definitely worked on it. I feel like being self-aware about it does help, and I feel like it's definitely getting better, guys.
No, we're all in this together. Don't worry, I'm working on it too.
Awesome. I love that. But no, Sana, the fact that you're so close with your mom, actually love that. Like that is so cute. I feel like it's really hard to like connect to like parents these days. I feel like a lot of our generations, like I feel like we don't. I feel like, I don't think I like it's a bad thing, but I don't think I like spend like sit down with my mom and like have a proper conversation sometimes. So I feel like that's really cute. That's really, really cute. I
Thank
need to
you.
start doing that. I need to
Thank
start
you.
doing that.
No, it's like honestly, it just I don't know. It just happens sometimes because it's like especially because like I feel like I've talked to less and less people nowadays. It's like and my mom's always here, and it's like I don't know. It's like just I don't know how to quite explain it, but
But
when
that's
you
cute. Like, you don't have to explain it. Like, I understand it. Like, it's such a cute bond, and I feel like that's such, like, it's such a great thing because I feel like you need, when you're going through these things, you need, like, a little social support system. Like, people telling you that, like, you got this, you're here, they're
yeah,
here for you. Like, someone to, like, be there for you, just their presence, and, like, someone you can be, like, I can rely on. And I feel like that's really important. Yeah.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah,
But
and yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be a parental figure, like just anyone you're close to, honestly. Yeah.
Well, aside from like social support and like, talking about your feelings, how else do you guys like kind of like self-care? Like what else do you guys do to like relax, chill when you're stressed? Just any self-care routines that you guys have like learned. I can go first if that's okay. Yeah? So recently, I feel like I've been like finding new hobbies to like spend my time on because I feel like one of my biggest issues, like when I have too much time on my hands, I start thinking, and I sometimes it's not the best thinking. So I feel like occupying myself with like different hobbies. That's like one of my main like self-care routines right now. I have started digital scrapbooking, so that's pretty fun. And I every night I actually do this thing where I like color. I like listen to music and I like color. That's it. Like no, I don't have any devices on me. I just like color. I steal my sister's like colors and I start coloring on in my little coloring book. And like I do that for like 30 minutes before going to sleep. And it's so relaxing. Like that little thing is like it literally relaxes me before I go to sleep. It's so fun.
Oh my
Gosh, I'm
gosh.
not an artist, but like painting is so relaxing too. Just
Yeah.
like just like splattering all those colors on a canvas, just doing nothing, not trying to be perfect or anything, but that's also just so and then I get why coloring is also so relaxing.
Yeah, art therapy is like a thing. Like it's an actual thing. I
Yeah,
didn't know that. Like it's art
it
therapy.
is.
Yeah.
Honestly, I should try it sometime, but
I
but
think we should go and try it.
yeah.
Just start like splashing paint everywhere.
Yeah, honestly.
Like a little
Uh,
rage room, but like an art therapy room.
Stop. That's actually such a good idea. Wait.
That would be so fun. I think we should think about that. I think we should do that for our next podcast.
Oh, we should. Wait. Hold on. You have to patent that idea. Oh my God.
I will try my best to make that come into life, guys. What about you?
Yeah.
Like aside from like art therapy and all that, like what do you like doing to like just calm down, relax after a stressful day?
Honestly, I was just gonna say I love art, but like aside from that, I also really love video games, and I feel like they're super distracting from like all the stresses of university and all that, and like it's like just a way to escape reality and just do what you really like playing video games, watching other people play video games, and like I absolutely love the stories because I also love literature. I love reading, I love writing, I love all of that. So to have just a story combined with like fun gameplay, I feel like it's just an amazing way to relax and just get away from all your stresses.
what do you
Yeah.
play?
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
What do you
like
play?
Oh, let me just drop some video game recommendations real quick.
Yes, girl.
If you if you guys want a really good story game, I recommend this to everyone, but a really good story game, Detroit Become Human. It's like, oh my gosh, okay. It's like set in the future and it's about I feel like okay, it's set in the future and it's basically about androids and become androids like robots becoming sentient and how they're like integrated into our daily lives. And it's
oh,
like yeah, it's really cool to see how like the humans and like the androids interact. And it's like it's also really sad because you can imagine how some people might treat the androids and like how they might see them and like how actually the androids impact the humans like with jobs and stuff like that. So, but
yeah,
yeah.
that sounds cool.
Basically just real life. Okay.
I feel like it's really important to like have a self-care routine. I feel like it's real, especially like nowadays, it's like, especially since we're like all university students, it's extremely important to like find ways to relax ourselves. Like it gets so stressful. Or
Honestly,
not.
the biggest relaxing method is just to take a big fat nap.
Oh yes,
Honestly,
oh my God.
I say that every single time, okay? I cannot function without my 2 hour nap.
Literally, oh my God.
Agree. Sleep is such, I feel we're gonna have a podcast on sleep, but like sleep fixes everything. It's miraculous. Absolutely love it. It's like a magic potion, guys. Yeah.
I need my 8 hours.
Yeah, but like it gets so hard with like uni.
It
Like
does.
I think we should keep that for the next podcast.
All
But
right. Why don't we all go take a big fat nap now?
oh my God, that's actually so smart. You could totally. I mean, it's 9.
Yeah,
We should like go take a big nap. Like we should all take a big nap. Even
yeah,
the listeners, like if you guys are listening, I think it's time for a nap. This is a sign that you should go sleep.
exactly. Sleep your stress away.
Literally, yeah.
You can deal with it later.
Yeah, it's a future problem. It's a future problem.
Oh, for
Just
later,
sleep.
exactly.
Sleep is great for your health. So like, you're doing yourself a favor.
Such bad influence. Please.
It's okay, be Delulu, be Delulu.
was crazy. But I think that's it for our first podcast. This was just a little introduction, just getting to know you guys and getting to know us. For the next podcast, we'll come up with something more fun, more specific topics that you guys want to hear. And yeah, see you guys next time.
All right, bye. Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.